Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good evening. Sean Higgs coming at you. Little look at headlines here. Opening line reports. NFL week. Man, I don't even want to say this because it's week 16. You kidding me? We got Saturday games. And then after this week, I look at lines is going to be we got games on Christmas on Wednesday. On a side note, garbage pickup will be for that weekend for me. They're not having a Wednesday pickup. It's all right. I gave my guys cards today. Took care of the garbage man. Sanitation crew. If you don't tip your garbage guys, you really should. These cats, forget about the guys in Jersey. They did me right. Let me tell you. So I had a guy, like the boss guy, drive around in a pickup. He had the regular guys on the truck. So when I first moved into the house, that was back in 2010, I guess. End of 2009. Whatever, you throw out stuff. Took care of the guys at Christmas. Gave $100 to the truck. 3 guys. Whatever, $120, right? Everybody gets a fair shake. So down the road, I was redoing the garage. And it had like barn doors of garage. It's crazy. It's New Jersey. An old house built in 1905. Had like glass, wood. It was like a barn open this way, but the top was glass, like pane glass, old school style, So whatever, got a garage door. Told the guy, I said, hey man, just leave this crap on the side because they wouldn't take it. They're like, oh no, we don't take old stuff, especially like this. It wasn't a roll-up door. So I just put it on the side here. So the boss guy comes around. I was like, hey man, you take these? He's like, yeah, don't worry about it. I got you. He's like, you take care of us, we take care of you. So comes in my driveway, up my driveway. And I had like a 7-car driveway. Driveway the whole length of my house to the backyard or whatever, So there was halfway up the driveway, whatever. Carried out to the thing. My neighbor was like, hey, you don't why would you take this? They put out some crap out of the garage. Guy's like, well, you don't know, give me nothing for Christmas. I'm not taking nothing. He'd call me. I'd be at my mom's house. Go there for breakfast with the kids, right, before I take them to school. And my mom and dad lived a couple blocks away, down the street from the school. It was like a week or 2 before Christmas. Hey, man, I'm in the neighborhood. Mom's like, who's that? I'm like, that's the garbage guy. He's like, has your phone number? I'm like, yeah. I need stuff taken away. Down here, first thing I did, saw those guys. I moved in May. You get a bunch of nonsense going on. Christmas went out there. Cash money. Dude, even a recycling truck comes around. Guy gets out of the truck, dumps recycling. Oh, wait, my cans are up the driveway. Everybody else shit's knocked over all over the place. My garbage cans are spotless. They get replaced. I mean, really? $150? Best money ever spent. Best money ever spent. Take care of the guys. Anyway, that's my garbage guy story. Love them. I could roll up my wife in a rug. They take it. Don't even ask. Feet hanging out. No problem, Phil. We got you. No problem. Anyway. All right. Welcome on in. 2-in-1 day on the site with the college hoops. That's all I had today. I don't even remember what the free picks were. It is NFL Wednesday here. We got lines coming up for next week. I did these lines. You know what? We got a comment. What's going on in the comment section? Roy's in the house. Nice and early, Roy came in. Well, I set this up early tonight. So Roy's coming in right away. What do you got here? Patriots plus 12 and Steelers Ravens under. Saturday game. It's a little Saturday action. And Brian Nunn, welcome on in. All right, let's get to these games here. So I loaded these up at 10:15 Eastern time tonight. Not that long ago. Loaded all these puppies up. All right. So I got the date on here just because when I do look at lines again on Sunday, we're going to see how they've changed a wee bit on what happens tomorrow and what happens on Sunday and on Monday night as well. But this is what we do. Let's jump into it. Broncos and the Chargers, 3-42. This is an interesting one here, right? Let me pull up the I don't have this. I don't even have the NFL screen pulled up. All right, it happens. I was all excited about taking care to give it on my Christmas card today to the garbage crew and telling you my little story, how they're wonderful people. All right, here we go. So we saw a 23-16 win by the Chargers earlier this year. I actually had Denver there as a home dog. Not meant to be. Not meant to be. One of the many times the Chargers, the Denver has gotten the best of me. But you got to like this one here. So we're going to have Denver coming out of their bye week. Chargers off of a tough loss. I'll tell you what. I'm going to be looking at Denver here. A little payback action. My payback, I mean, can we cover the 3? I think we can. Let's take the Broncos here. A little bit more rested. Am I a believer? Am I a team money believer in unbelievable Bo Nix? I think he's all right. Can we get it done here versus a Charger team? I think we can. I do. Let's go. Broncos +3. Saturday nooners. Here we go. We got Saturday action. Houston and Kansas City. 3.5 and a 44.5. The Kansas City Chiefs continue to not cover and play some dangerous football. They got Cleveland this week. The line went from 6.5 down to 4. I can see them getting picked off this weekend. But let's talk about this week here because the Texans, again, will be rested coming in here off of their Jacksonville game. Do I like the 3? This is one of those. When do the Chiefs show up? I thought they were going to show up last week. I had them against the Chargers. Has it been a profit? They're 5-8. I said this today when we were doing midday money on Money Line Calls. Like, oh, you just take them all the time here. They cover. No, they don't cover. They're 5-8. They're not covering at all. They played, and this is not just this year. It's going back not 3 years. I don't love the Texans. The 3.5 is luring me in. I want to lay the 3.5. And honestly, I might, because I might be getting Kansas City at home off a loss too. Afternoon game, the Steelers and the Ravens. I really likes the under in this one. This is a tough little matchup here. So you got a little payback here for Baltimore. They should have won in Pittsburgh. They should have won that game. I mean, you lost 18-16. You missed 2 field goals, a 2-point conversion. I mean, you wouldn't even need a 2-point conversion if you hit your field goals. They missed those. That's costly. And what did the Steelers get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 field goals from Boswell. Are you kidding me? 3 50-yarders. The number is not good. It's a 5. What number is that? Dead number. Excuse me. Before I came out, I was a little late. Man, I had like a sneezing fit. I had like 8 sneezes in a row. I don't know what it is. No idea. It happens all the time. I don't get it. I'm in a room. I'm doing my stuff. I shut the door and the camera. I put the thing on, and also like it knows like it's my little stage fright or something coming. I have no idea. Anyway, I'm going to take Baltimore here. I haven't betted. I don't have any games here for this week. I've got nothing locked in for week 16 yet. Nothing. Lie. I got 2 games. I just flipped the page. I got 2 games. I forgot. I'm looking at the wrong page here. I got my bowl page up. 12 bowl games. And it's on a different page because you have NFL on one, college football on the other, but now it's bowls, it's different. I didn't pull the trigger on this one. I think I am. Sunday, here we go. Kicking things off. The Browns. Will they be coming in off a win here against Kansas City? A cover, perhaps? I like the 5.5. Would I prefer to say if I could get a 6, I want a 6. If I can find a 6 out there, I'm going to take 6. Because Cincinnati, you got a win and a cover at Dallas. Kind of fluky. I'm not loving them. I'll keep taking the Browns. I'll keep taking the Browns. You're giving me 6 points against a team with a bad defense, and I got a gunslinger. Sure. 5.5, sure. Now the Bears. I had them against the Niners. I don't love them here against the Vikings. They're getting a short week. Here come the Lions. But again, we got Detroit's going to be coming off a Buffalo game. Either way up here or down here off a bad loss. And this line, if you want to take this line here in these spots, take Detroit today, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday morning. Don't take it after the game because it's going to go up. Short of the quarterback being knocked out, this line will move. I don't care if the Bears win. It doesn't make a difference. Lions win, it's going up. Lions lose, it's definitely going up. No way they lose 2 in a row. Not to the Bears who dropped 7 in a row and showed no fight after a coaching change. And this is probably getting no play for me. Maybe an under, believe it or not. This game kind of screams to an under here. Late December, weather. I got Goff outside. The heck out of here. I might even take the Bears here. This might be a Bears money line play, and I hate the Bears. Don't want anything to do Detroit. If you want to take Detroit, take them ASAP. That line will move. Arizona and Carolina. Here's one of my bets already. I took the Panthers. 4.5. Why wouldn't I? I got them this week plus 6 against Dallas. I had them at 13 versus the Eagles. We had them versus the Chiefs a couple weeks ago. Whatever happened to Bryce, he's terrible. They got rid of the coordinator. Now that guy's running Caleb Williams. How's that team looking? Maybe Bryce Young wasn't the problem. Do you trust Kyler Murray as a road favorite? Come on. Don't overthink. Sometimes you don't have to overthink things. I know the favorites are winning and the public is up, and I am 66-69 with NFL. So be it. No, they're not getting the season. No, you're not getting the whole damn season wins. The earth will stop spinning on its crazy favorite spin ball that's going right now, and everything will come into order here. No way. Can't do the whole season like this. Losing ridiculous games like this. Give me Carolina. Patriots. Here we go. Much like the Bears. Although the Bears are home, Patriots going to be on the road catching 12.5. Possibly more. This one here I wait on. This is a waiter. Because I want the Pats. I'm not going to take the Bills laying 14 at home off a win or a loss. Because that's where we'll be. We saw the Ravens line this week. It was 12.5. It's 15 now. Where do you think this line is going to go? You think it's going to come down? It's not coming down. If you like the Pats, wait. Mr. Favorite, we have the Bills now. It's only going to go up. It will only go up. Here's a good game we have coming up. Eagles and the Commies. It's a 3-piece. Do you believe the Phillies for real? I mean, nice wins. You pulled it out versus Carolina. It's an ugly. That's fine. You're laying double digits. I get it. You're just off the Baltimore game, and you have a rival on deck. I know people think NFL, well, there's no sandwich spots or look ahead. It is what they know the schedule. They got It's Carolina. You think they're pumped up to play Carolina? This line looks about right to me. I know people are going to think it looks a little easy to take Philly, and there'll be a lot of Philly love because you think the season is catching up with the Daniels, the youngster. I get it. He's not that he's pedestrian, but he's been just okay. He's you look at his numbers the last few games. Completion percentage up last game, but before that, 50%, 65%, not as good. 55, 68, 50, 65. 1 interceptions the last 3 games. It happens. You have a coordinator in Philly who might be able to exploit the youngster. Excuse me as I have my little sniffles. Just about 100% from my cold last week. I hate taking Eagles because I hate Philly. Might have to take Philly here. Let's get to some comments, even though we're not done with the early games here. Michael B is in the house. Michael B said, didn't have anything today. Probably should have gone 3-1, but off a good day, didn't want to force anything. You don't have to force anything. Where are the picks, Richie P? I'm trying to get them out here. I'm sitting here trying to Christmas shop right now. Talk about a pain in the butt. So hard to buy things for other people. It was fun in the 90s, in the 2000s. You go to the mall. It was fun. You walk around the mall, a bunch of crap to do. People are out. You run into people. It's fun. Now, there's no more malls. I mean, I should say that. I go to the mall down here all the time. The mall's pretty good. It's one of those things, Mike. See, I'm getting old. It's like, here's a gift card. It was fun shopping, getting somebody something. But now people, I don't know. I'm not close enough to anybody to get gifts anymore. Richie P smashing the light on. I'll donate to the Texans. Like the Texans over Kansas City, huh? 5's ugly. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. The 5s are always like, where are you going to 5? Over Browns Bengals, I've been seeing Jameis. Saving Jameis for Extra just for this game. I think Jameis can have a really nice game here. Yeah, he's going to fling it all over the place. Lions, you like the Lions over outside in Chicago with little Goff outside. Oh, Richie. Jeremy just did use my $50 free bet on Warrior Moneyline Live. We'll see. Here we go, Warriors. How's Houston doing? Not an under. All right. Giovanni's in the house. How are you? I'm all right. I'm hanging in there. Timothy's in the house. Line game. You think I'll get to a 10? It'll get to 10 if they really beat up on the Bills. I mean, 10's 2.5 points on the road. I know the Bears have lost 7 straight. Maybe it'll be 8 straight by the time this game gets here. 10? Like me, it's been favorite Super Bowl year. Probably people betting their 9-team money line parlays are wrong. Yeah. My guy Dan's Rants in the house. Hope you have a great week 15. You also, Dan. Good to see you. Follow Dan's Rants. Whole world will be on the Rams after the Bills game. I will not shop my sharp bets. Cincy on Monday was again BS. Public cash. Casual Joe's yelling their God from rooftops. I mean, Cincy. Come on, that was a Dallas play all day long. All day long, Dallas. People being on the Rams, yes. But here's the thing, though. You could have been on the Rams plus 7 2 weeks ago. You could have been on the Rams plus 3 before the games. What's the, we're staring at a Ram team now that is let's back up to 3. They're a 3-point dog. That makes sense. I still like the Rams. The Niners beat the Bears. We're sold. We're back. So we're sold on the Niners now. Now I can't be sold on the Niners. I'm not sold on the Niners right now. I mean, no, thank you. We'll talk about it. They're going to Miami, but again, 6-7, favored in every game but one. They're 6-7. Richie P likes Washington against Philly. No contest this week. We have a tie. Gas Station Sushi's going for 2 weeks in a row, and Ron Crawford is battling them out. So we gotta wait. It'll be a Christmas contest. I gotta do something for the Bulls. I gotta do something special for the Bulls. Have some kind of bowl contest. I gotta find something to give away. I think I got one. I think I got another Gabe Davis jersey left. They're almost out. Back to Niners tomorrow night's first half. They've been a really good first half team, especially at home, playing with revenge. Rams have been terrible in first quarter this year, but no Trent Williams. Yeah, I mean, listen, anytime you're home, you think you want to come out strong, rival, revenge, stuff like that. I get it. Maybe out of this week, like the Ravens. I like the Ravens first half. I think their team total's 14.5. I think the spread is 8. Like, you should come out and maul the Giants early. Get it done. Green Bay's another team. I did a video with Detroit Landing for Picks and Parlays. I said the Green Bay first quarter. Now, the game line is 3. It's tough taking a home dog 3. They won 4 in a row. We've talked about their little winning streak here. But Green Bay, they got the bye, quasi-bye. They played Thanksgiving. So they got extra rest, prep time. Seattle's off. Big win over Arizona. They come from behind. Crazy game versus the Jets. You pounded Arizona here in a dogfight the last time they were home, and then you're off the Niner win before that. Like, this just screams to me like Green Bay early. Like, Green Bay just jumps on them early. Minus a half a point, Green Bay was plus 114. Money line was minus like 148. So, I mean, you're going to give me 110, 115 or minus 150. I think Green Bay jumps on them early. I think this game could be 10-0 in the first quarter. It could be 10-3. It could be 7-3. But I don't hate doing first quarter stuff like this. Big Facts. My Rangers money line got it done on the ice. Good win for Big Factsville. Who they're playing today? The Sabres, right? San Fran game under Niners. San Fran Rams under tomorrow. Picks from Dave is in the house, my guy. Good to see Dave. I'm just shopping for family, nephews, nieces. I'm still trying to figure out what to buy my sister and brother's wife. Listen, bro, you get some. Go to Ulta, go to Sephora, get a gift card. Problem solved, fella. Problem solved. Gift card from Ulta. Piece of cake. Moneyline Markel's in the house, my guy. First round by fantasy football team, pretty stacked. You got to buy to this week coming up in your playoffs. Good for you, Big Facts. Michael B led our team. We made the playoffs this year. 49ers and Chiefs are money burners. Well, I mean, the Chiefs, they're 5-8, but you look at them the last couple of years. They just don't cover. And the Niners, what are they? They're 5-8 also, which is bizarre considering that they're favored in like every game and they're 6-7. So it's just that's a weird one. I did make a bet on the Giants game. Alternate team total under a half-point score for the Giants for the game is 1,200. Tommy DeVito's coming. Is that why the line's up to 15? Holy cow! And I mean, we're just talking about that. Let me finish up these comments and get to these other games still. Sabres on the ice against the Rangers. Gas Station Sushi. The Ravens were 14 a few days ago, now 16. Pro money or Joe money? Pro. The Joes are not betting. I mean, this was 12. We did this show last Sunday. It was 12.5. Who's moving that? You think the line is moving if it's – we just got it here from Mike that DeVito's quarterbacking. This is the Ravens. The Ravens got 5 losses. They got to come in and do something. A last-second shop right now will get a bunch of gift cards. There you go. Or cash money. Hundo with a piece of Scotch tape. Merry Christmas. Right in the card. Speaking of unders, that's what I wagered for the Hawks-Knicks game. Winner. Yeah, Hawks got it done. Got Hurts, A.J. Brown, Chase, Mixon, Robinson, Hubbard, and McBride. I was making fun of McBride because I don't think he has a touchdown. But then, what's his name? Michael B. was telling me, he's like, no, he's like the best tight end in football or something. All right, let's get back to the banners here in these games. Speaking of the Giants, here we go. 9.5-point dogs with the Falcons. If you're going to have DeVito sighting, I might, do I jump in here on the Falcons next week now? Because I thought I saw an 8 somewhere. Here's a 9. There's a 9 out there. I'm on the wrong week. Here we go. I'm staring at a 16 piece. 16? The Giants? Oh, my goodness. So we have 9.5, 9.5, 8.5 at DraftKings. We got 8.5s in Atlanta. I'll tell you what, you want to do an 8.5 with Atlanta? Because let's be honest, if they're getting 15 or 16 this week, there's a good chance this is like 34-0, 34-7, or some kind of blowout action. Can we get an 8? Let me look online here. We got the 8 at FanDuel. Can we get an 8? What's today? The 11th. All right, so I got to move my schedule. Got to move this schedule here for the NFL. Eight and a half. DraftKings has an 8.5. 8.5 at Will Hill. So you got some 8.5s. I prefer an 8.5 here at home for the Falcons. Man, am I gonna really go like 8.5 with the Falcons? I can't. I got to pull out of this. Next game up. Titans and the Colts. I took me some Titans. Well, I haven't yet. I'm just worried. I know what's up with defense. The Colts, and this is why I pulled off of this one, because I was ready to load it up. And I'm like, hold on a second. You look at the Colts on the year, and you're like, what? They're 8-5 ATS. They're 6-7. But look at these games. They win 25-24. They lost the Detroit game was 24-6. They lose. 28-27 win. 3-game losing streak, 30-20, 21-13, 23-20. They were dogs in all those games. 3-point favorite, they win 16-10. 2-point dog, they win 20-17. Now, was that Tennessee? Tennessee had them as a favorite. At Jacksonville, 37-34. They were a dog. But again, it's a close game. Pittsburgh, 27-24. Again, they were a little dog. Do I want to trust them here? Do we trust them? Man, I want to take, again, Tennessee 2-11 ATS to boot. Ugh. So I talk about the Lions coming outside to play. We're going to have the Rams in a good spot. Thursday night, extra rest, but they're off the Niners. So you're like, oh, brother, that's the way we got to do this. All right? Is that not how we're doing things here? Not loving that spot. Not loving it. We're not. It's not a McLovin for sure. Again, after that, they're home against Arizona, and then they're home versus Seattle, fighting for their playoff lives. And you have the lowly Jets. I think they lose to the Jaguars this week. Then they have Buffalo on deck after that one. I don't think the Jets should be favored, because we look at when they get favored, like, how are these guys still favored? They're like on a 2-7 ATS run or whatever how they're on. Right? They're bad. We get it. They're a bad team, the Jets. But on the same token, I don't want to lay. I don't want to be the road fave. I mean, the Jets are 2-8 their last 10 ATS, 1-9 straight up. I mean, at least the Rams are 5-5. I mean, they've won 6 of their last 8 after a slow start. Ugh. Let's hit some comments, and we'll get back to the 4 o'clock action. 4 o'clock action. Nathan says, currently sweating my butts off here. San Diego State minus 1,500. Oh, yeah, you were one of the San Diego State guys. What is the score? Let me pull up a little S-spin and see what's going on. We have, the Warriors took the lead here, I see, Michael. Michael, did you take your live Warriors when they were down? San Diego State, here we go. All right, well, they're extending that lead, 71-54, so looks all right here. South Dakota State they were getting 11. Were they getting 11 too from Nevada? Somebody didn't like my Alabama State game today. 10-point winner in OT. I love it. Gas station sushi. Pro bettors lay more than 2 touchdowns in an NFL game. Listen, I don't know if they are or aren't. But if it was 12.5 and they boosted up, the average person, you're telling me that the average Joe guy who's a parlay bettor is betting on a Tuesday and a Wednesday for NFL Sunday? Man, I don't think so. I do not think so. I think that move was, whether somebody bet or not, maybe the books have said, DeVito, we got to bump this up a bit here. That guy's terrible. That's maybe what we're seeing more than somebody betting on it. Falcons -14 and Drake London to score. What is this for? -14. Is this for you want to do an alt line with the Falcons next week? Is that what we're doing, Michael? Michael B. Can the Falcons score 10 points? I wonder if we're going to see Penix this year. No, they're too close to the playoffs. They're not going to bring Penix in. I want nothing to do with the Giants right now until week 18. Why then? Under 42.5. What game are we talking about, Nathan? Cousins not throwing a TD pass in 4 weeks. I'd be not running to bet the Falcons wide receiver props. I know. We know. We got some Mooney. Yes, Markel. You can't. You come in here with your crazy takes. You're trying to be like, look at me. I'm a cool guy going to lay 14 instead of 9. You guys have thrown a touchdown in a month. Fading the Bears this weekend. Next is Giovanni. I've been fading them all season, so I didn't think they're going to be a good team. I got to go on the Bear Down, the Barroom Network for the Bears and talk smack. Can't say Sushi likes the Lions -2. Get injured guys back, extra rest, and Bills back-to-back road games. Yeah, tough spot for the Bills. Especially off a wild one. Wild game. Lay it with the Rams, says Nathan, against the Niners, or against the Jets, 3-point favorite. Nathan wants to lay the 3. And you took your Warriors live. Excellent. Let's get to the 4 o'clock games and move on. We're 30 minutes in already. Vikings and Seattle. So here we go. We're going to have – if I can get a 3 here with Seattle, I'll take them. I'm all for Sam Darnold. I had a Sam Darnold comeback player of the year ticket last year. Day late and a dollar short, or a day early on that one. But they're coming from home, traveling, road fave. Seattle's going to maybe be off a tough loss. Again, fighting for division, playoff seeding kind of stuff like that. I mean, the Vikings got what? Were they 11-2? I mean, they can win 14 games, 15 games this year. I lean the home dog here. Speaking of the Niners, in Miami. We love Miami Vice. We love Burn Notice. And I like the Dolphins here. I do. We took Miami -118. Winners and whiners, and pick the Parlays channel, winning free picks. Jags, Raiders. Well, I wish I had a little something more with the Jags. I want to take the Jags here. How about just an under? These Jaguars, terrible offense. I mean, somehow I pulled out a miracle win last week. But man, oh man, 39.5. Under. Sunday night or Tampa in Big D. We get primetime doubts. Maybe this will be flexed out. Who knows? Maybe this game turns into the Eagles in Washington. Or can they flex that? Because I know they got Saturday games. Who knows? Either way, Cowboys are talking stuff like, yeah, we're not done yet, baby. We're still alive. Do I want to lay 3.5 with Tampa on them? I'll be tell you what I'm looking at. Tampa team total over. Yeah. We like the under on Monday night, right? I said take the under this game. I said it'll play out like a 47-ish. It did. We got over a 44.5. It stayed under the 50. Winner. This one here, I don't know. I think Tampa's going to get into the 30s. I think Tampa scores into the 30s here. I like the over, and I like Tampa. Team total over Tampa? Sure. But, again, we can't get those right now. Monday nighter, Saints. Big number here. The Pack coming home after a roadie in Seattle. where they're favored. You're going to get the Saints backup quarterback. We didn't like the Saints. We had the Giants. We took the Giants as a dog versus Saints, right? Again, old school thinking, dome team, outside, north, cold. Hi, Green Bay on December 22nd or 23rd, whatever day it is. Are you kidding me? Yeah. I lean Packers. Probably maybe even an under. I don't think the Saints are scoring. I don't think the Saints score. Calling a pitch a shutout. I guess it's a serious question. The books just moved the Ravens line on the DeVito news. Good as any explanation. It could be. Yeah. I don't think the Joes, the public, are betting on Wednesday NFL football. No way. They're not. The DeVito news would probably move at a point. That would make sense. Now, the 12 to 14 early, that's just, I think the pros are betting that. The pros move that up. Less than 2 touchdowns, I think they'll move that. That won't shock me. You got the Ravens. Really, I hate saying like must-win kind of stuff, but they need wins. They're 8-5. They can't play games. And if you came in early, I said, I did a show with Detroit Lady. They have free picks. I picked the parlays. I said, you want to do this Raven game? We were talking about it. I said 8 for the first half. Team total. Their team total is 14.5. I think they score 20. I mean, I think they come right out and score. Scripted play. They come in. They're going to run all over these guys. We saw Tampa Bay maul this Giant team on the ground. I think Lamar will have a day right out of the gate. And why I like the first half more than anything is they got the Steelers after the Giants, right? We're talking about that Steeler game now. So you want to get in there, bang them out early, and be like, let's just go through the motion second half, get out of here without getting hurt. I like them early. Iowa State tomorrow. Yeah, a few games tomorrow. I got one up. It's on the YouTube Premium, Mike. You can probably see there who I got. Not this game. It's funny to see a total like 160 with Iowa and Iowa State and think about the football games on like the lower side of things. Like these guys, they're putting up a 160, like one team scoring 85 points, and in football side of things, nobody could score 20 when they play. Yeah, 6 and 159. I'd probably lean over. It's a big number. I would lean over. Giovanni says, I like the over on both the Bills and the Packers games this week. The Seattle one is a little more tricky because back-to-back roadies, 4 straight wins. Maybe they're kind of dead. Maybe they're a little kind of flat and they can't get anything going late and they lose 2017 or something. That one I don't like. The Bills one, you want to go over with the Bills? That's fine with me. Tampa Bay -6. Parsons done playing with these bumps. Is he? Mike is done? I thought he said he haven't seen nothing yet. Under Pats and the Saints. Right, is that what we're doing here? Or the Packers? Oh, Pack Saints. Pack. Green Bay. Yes, definitely under the Saints game. Definitely under Saints. Saints, they're not scoring in Green Bay. They couldn't score in New York. They're going to score in Green Bay. Was a better team? No. Like, you know what I like tomorrow is a verse sack plus 110. Kid's a monster without Trent Williams using a practice squad running back. I think the Niners are going to have to throw it, and I think Verse can get the sack. That's a good one. I mean, yeah, Williams. Again, the Niners are just. I said beginning of the year I didn't like the Niners. Iowa State has been scoring this year. They've not been grind out first to 60 team. Yeah, and usually Iowa is usually a team that usually gets up and down the court. Iowa State's a team that used to score, isn't it? Weren't they like the scoring out of the two in college basketball? Packers Seattle game, rain, wind, and a forecast for this. All right, so that's another reason we like the under. I just like the under because I got Seattle off a back-to-back roadie. They're back home. Green Bay's got a little extra rest. That's why I said, Green Bay first quarter -0.5 is plus money, plus 114. That's where, you're going to come in. You're fresh. The other team's We're back home. You got to hang the Christmas lights. What are we doing? A slow start. And if it's going to be nasty out as well, under. Big fact is A.J. Brown to pick it up for me in this fantasy. Well, didn't he say – sorry about hitting the mic. Didn't he say he's not getting the ball enough or something? Did he say, I want the ball? Throw me the ball? I mean, why complain, bro? Your team's winning. You're running the ball. You're passing a little bit. You're balanced attack. You're right there. You in Detroit going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. One of you. I was always been a high-scoring team with McCaffrey, but Iowa State used to be defensive squad, grinded out Houston style. And they were never Houston style. Houston style was – they played some games. They played some games, Houston, boy. Sheesh. Let me pull up this Iowa State game here. Iowa State's ranked in the top 5, huh? Top 10 team. These guys are pretty good. Not a bad little squad. Yeah, I forgot who was the grinder and who was the offensive bunch out of the two. But again, you look at this number. It's like, gotta like the over. Eagles locker room is going to F it up. They're going to lose someone they shouldn't early in the playoffs. I don't know. I think the assistant coaches, when I say assistant, I'm talking about the new OC or the new DC. I think they got the team pretty well in check. Who are they losing to? Who? I got to pull off into playoffs today. Like, the Rams. Let's see right now. You'd be playing Washington. You think they're going to lose to Washington? I guess you're playing them 3 times. Right now it's Washington, Green Bay, the Vikings are all in. Those are your wild cards, huh? Broncos, Chargers, and Ravens are the wild cards. Ravens on the road. What is that Ravens at Texans line? That's a rematch from last year. Chargers at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh would maul them. January, the Chargers going to Pittsburgh in January. What's that total? 37.5. Broncos at the Bills. The Chiefs with the bye. Unbelievable. The Bills beat the Chiefs, and they're going to have to go to Kansas City again. Unbelievable. Let them out fees on Eagle Rasha. They're running the ball so well. Why throw it? That's the thing. They have a nice balanced attack. What are you complaining about, AJ? You want to go to Super Bowl? Seahawks are good at home on Sunday, Monday football. Seahawks are always a pretty solid bunch. They play defense, run the ball. You'll be okay. You'll be in it. I've not listening to what's been going on in the Eagles. I'm saying they'll lose someone they shouldn't with A.J. Brown, Crimea River. I'm not saying they won't lose a game. What do you think? I love the Eagles? You see my cowboy helmet there, fella? I'm just saying you're saying they'll lose a game early. They got the Commanders. That's who they're playing right now. I don't know. Can the Commanders beat them? Possibly. They almost lost to the Carolina Panthers, but teams are going to have clunkers, and they happen. They have a tough game. Chiefs minus 400 to be the 1 seed. Yeah. Who's knocking them off? They got Pitt on Christmas in Pittsburgh. They're not going to sit anybody in Denver at the end of the year unless they've already wrapped up a spot. They can lose to Washington. Eagles shouldn't lose, but they definitely can. Yeah, well, anybody can lose. These guys, they can lose to the Cowboys. They can lose to the Giants. Anybody can lose anybody. Green Bay or Detroit repping the NFC. I got Detroit. I got Detroit to win the division. I have a Goff MVP. We'll see what happens. Giovanni's loving the Broncos this week. Yeah, I like them too against the Colts, right? Ravens' problem is they cannot stop anyone. They still can't. And they can't play from behind. If they don't get a lead, they're in trouble. Yeah, and that's what I was saying. I don't know what show I was with. I think with Chip and Matt Fargo, or maybe Chip and Doug. We're talking about the Ravens. I said, Lamar gets a lot. Yeah, it was Chip and Doug because Chip Trimmer had brought up the fact that Lamar was the youngest Heisman winner ever. And I said, here's a guy. I said, Heisman, MVP in the NFL. People still think he stinks. I said, the quarterback gets so much hate. Oh, he choked. They couldn't pull out a win. Like, hi, I gave you. I took our team down the field and we took a lead with 2 minutes and 47 seconds left. The defense gives it up, and I got 58 seconds and one timeout to get us in the field goal range. Like, even the best guy's not going to do that 90% of the time. And I don't want to say that he's Brady, but when Brady had a real wide receiver, Randy Moss, they went undefeated and Brady threw 50 touchdowns. Like, who does he have the ball? Who does he throw the ball to? Like, who do you have? Steve Smith when he's older? Antoine Bolden past his prime? Like, Bateman's Zane Fly. I mean, are these guys really good receivers? Are they top flight receivers? Are they Lamb and Chase type receivers? Like top, if you want to put Diggs there or Jefferson, whoever you think is a top guy. Are these Raven guys those kind of guys? You want CeeDee Lamb or Zay Flowers? He never has a wide receiver. We got a tight end in there. You got a good tight end, a good tight end and a kicker. Really? And your kicker's missing. They're like a poor man New England team with no wins. If Allen's what they say he is, he'll have to go into Arrowhead at some point. He did. He went to Arrowhead. They went to overtime. They lost a coin toss. I mean, forget that playoff game. I mean, They play close games. I mean, they beat them this year in the playoffs, 27-24. I mean, did you miss the playoff game last year? They beat them. They beat them last year in Kansas City, 20-17. They beat them 24-20 in Kansas City in the regular season. And then the playoff game was 42-36. They lost. Oh, hi. We scored a touchdown with 13 seconds left. We had a lead with 13 seconds. They kicked a field goal and lost a coin toss. 13 seconds your defense couldn't help. 13. It's Josh Allen's fault. He's beaten them 3 times. He really, that was a win for him. He won that game. They won, and then the defense comes out for 13 seconds. They can't keep a team in check for 13 seconds. He marched down the field. Here we go. Buffalo, 13:06 left in the game. Or excuse me, so 2 minutes left in the game. 27-yard touchdown pass. They're winning 29-26. 52 seconds later, Mahomes is in the end zone. Here it is, 64-yard touchdown pass. 52 seconds. That's it. Boom, boom. It was probably 3rd and 10. He threw a 6-yard touchdown pass. He comes on the field. What's that? 49 seconds, touchdown, 36-33. And then with 13 seconds left, they get the ball back on a kickoff, and he hits a 50-yard field goal. But, yeah, Josh Allen is bad. And then they don't get the ball in overtime. But it's Josh Allen's fault. Are you kidding me? 24-20, win. 2017, win. Last year in the playoffs, 27-24, they lost at home. Oh, by the way, they were winning 24-20 in the third quarter. 40 seconds left. Touchdown, Kansas City. Now, do you want to say he didn't score any points for them in the fourth quarter? I had us up 3-0, 10-3, 10-6, 17-13, 24-20. He's the bad guy. He's the bad guy. Hit the like button. How many likes do we have? Now I gotta go. I gotta hit the like, which means we have like 3 likes on the show. We're an hour. Look at lines. Used to be a 20-minute show. We got 14 likes with 9 watching. We're going to wrap this up. Warriors going for 16 or over is Houston tonight. It's crazy, especially considering Warriors have been a sub 500 team. Well, I mean, how have the Rockets been the last few years? Have they been a sub 500 team? I'm going to bet Zay. He's had Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham. Oh. Now I got to bring up Odell Beckham stats in Kansas City. That's what I got to do. Oh, excuse me, in Baltimore. Odell Beckham. When's the last time this guy's been good? This is the hill you want to die on. Odell Beckham. Odell Beckham's a good receiver. He goes, let's see, 2014 to 2018 with the Giants. 12 games, 15, 16, 4 games. He's hurt 12, 16 in Cleveland, 7, 6, 8. Goes to Baltimore, 14 games, 35 catches on 64 targets, 500 yards, 3 touchdowns. He's good. Yeah. He's so good he went to Miami this year. He's caught 9 passes. Odell Beckham. Man, Team Money, please stop smoking weed. Please, we gotta criminalize this again because this is just affecting your brain. Talk about the playoffs in our regular season. He's faced them twice in the playoffs. He had a lead. The defense couldn't hold the lead for 13 seconds. Ravens never had to leave weapons. Henry's the really first guy they've had. Seriously. Yeah. He's an elite guy and he's 50. Who are exactly? Who? Gus Edwards, Dobbins. I mean, who? Go back. Who they had? Mark Andrews is an all-pro tight end. You win that game, I'm going to go smoke the bed. It's nonsense. I love Allen. But if your defense can't hold it, take it on defense hand. Look at the year Mahomes had no defense at all. Like I said, you're like the guy you said he can't win there. He's won there in the regular season, and he played during the playoffs. He had a win with 13 seconds left. Anytime Mahomes scored, he marched down the field and scored. He can win there. He's won there. He has won. And one time in the playoffs, he had a lead. They scored a 50-yard field goal in 10 seconds or 13 seconds, and then they didn't get the ball. Then they changed the entire overtime rules because of that game. Cal Baptist covers. There we go. I didn't say Josh Allen was bad. I mean, lawyer needs to be in law school. I'm just saying. You're like, the guy can't win there. George Lobo's in house. Good to see you, George. Liking the Lions against the Bills. 15 likes. We'll take it. There's only 10 people watching. Richie P, have a good night. At least 3 great games this weekend in the NFL. There are some decent games this weekend in the NFL. It's not bad. I mean, we got some games here. You got, I think Green Bay, Seattle, we could laugh, but I think it's a good game. Obviously, Bills, Lions are a good matchup. Steelers, Eagles are a good matchup. And then you got, who do you think is a good matchup? I mean, maybe Miami, Houston, right? People are high on CJ Stroud. Maybe that's a good game. I mean, the Colts and Broncos, are those teams for real? I mean, the Colts they're there for the playoffs. I mean, Bucks and Chargers, that's a team probably nobody's even thinking is a good game. George says, Amir, could the Bills lose a second seed if they're not careful? 2 divisional games against the Pats and 1 versus the Jets. They could lose one of those games if they sleepwalk into them. Yeah. I was saying that. I said, the what's-its are sitting here 13-1. on top of the world. And watch out. The Bills and Steelers are both 10-3. And let's be honest, the Bills could probably lose this weekend, be 10-4. Pittsburgh's got a couple tough games themselves. Michael Crabtree, Sammy Watkins. Oh my goodness, are you saying these guys are good receivers? Michael Crabtree. I mean, this is where we're going, Michael Crabtree with Baltimore. Again, at 31, the tail end of his career. San Fran for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. 3 years in Oakland. At 31, he comes to the team. Next, and the best thing is that he had Michael Crabtree. The next year, Crabtree played 2 games and retired. But yeah, he's at the top of his game. Oh my God. Sammy Watkins. What are we going? Are we going to Sammy Watkins off of his Clemson years? Here's another guy, Sammy Watkins. Comes Buffalo, Rams, Kansas City. I mean, comes to them, starts 9 games, 400 yards receiving, actually 394, a touchdown. Next year, Green Bay and Baltimore again. And you know what? He's out of football. It's funny. The guy was out of football at 29 years old. These great receivers you have go to Baltimore and then retire the next year because they're so good. That's how good things are. I mean, Dez Bryant, he retired from Dallas, never played again. Oh, he did come back. He played for a year. That's right. He was out for 2 years, then came back from Baltimore. Dez Bryant. He had Dez Bryant. 6 catches. Yeah, Dez Bryant's really good. Didn't play for 2 years because of his Achilles. Dez Bryant. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. Mike doesn't know about the Ravens. Get out of here, Mike, with the trash talk. Mr. Mets missing a playoff. You don't know the Ravens. You just said that he had Dez Bryant at 32 years old, caught 6 passes and retired. You brought up Sammy Watkins and Michael Crabtree, who played 1 year and retired the next year. Ravens are a good sleeper, but I already had the Ravens to win the whole thing. Still upset about your Mets not making the playoffs. I mean, seriously. OBJ is better than right here. Yeah, I mean, seriously. What are we doing here? This is just ridiculous. Yeah, you're late, Nick Nasty. I was going to be on a flight to attack Mr. Numbers with his ridiculous Soto crap, but, man, I might be heading to T-Money's neck of the woods and choking the life out of this guy talking Dez Bryant and Sammy Watkins. Holy cow. I didn't say he can't, but Sean, it levels to a Mahomes versus Joe Burrow at the top, Hurts down in the middle, and the rest of the league is all I'm saying. Okay, Mahomes, Burrow, Hurts, Allen in the middle. I mean, I don't know if Hurts is on the same level as Allen. I think that's wishful thinking. Dolphins and the Texans this week from Gas Station Sushi. I don't hear about 13 seconds on that. You win or lose. Here we go. So you just obviously just count playoffs because the regular season when they beat them 3 times, that doesn't count. And the 2 playoff games, who cares that the other team scored with 30 seconds left and 12 seconds left? Doesn't count at all. This guy. Here we go. Mr. T numbers. Texans bounce back. I don't know about that. Kind of like mine. 2 is playing good. One season Crabtree played for Ravens was incredible. 600 yards and 3 TDs. Seriously. I mean, really, Nick Nasty. T-Money's having his PCP-laced weed tonight. Take the Texans first half, 7-2 ATS at home. Here, well, that's the stat for them, first half. Yeah, Michael Crabtree. When I mean like the Ravens, like the value in the sportsbook, I have a Baltimore Super Bowl ticket. So you don't have to sell me on Baltimore. I mean, I had Baltimore week 1. I thought they were going to take it out on Kansas City. I mean, really. This guy. Stop. I got to stop drinking. You got it. I mean, you, please. Des Bryant's great. Sammy Watkins.
Stop it. Get some help.
Get some help, please. Sammy Watkins. It's the freaking QB. How the heck are all these guys trash with Lamar? Yeah. They're not trash with Lamar. They were trash when they came to Baltimore, and then they retired the next year. Yeah. Lamar is so bad with his MVP awards that the guys have to hang it up the next season. Des Bryant didn't play for 2 years out of football. Oh, here I come. I'm ready to play. Well, holy goodness gracious. Stop. Hurts played on Super Bowl and still lost. It's not his fault. It happens. Not apparently. Not to that doesn't count because he likes Hurts, but when Hurts loses, it's a fluke play. You act like the QB isn't the one that has to get them the ball. Yeah. Let me get to the ball to the geriatric in a walker with his bum Achilles. Can I get any separation? I mean, then you're going to be upset the guy throws into triple coverage. It wasn't triple coverage. He was wide open, but he's so slow, 6 guys got on top of him before the ball got there. Yeah, your eyes don't work. No, they're bloodshot. They're bloodshot from your whiskey and weed. You're not seeing what I'm seeing. Des Bryant, Sammy Watkins. Hollywood Brown's good too, right? Oh, we got Hollywood Brown. Get out of here. This guy. Oh, my goodness. Joe Burrow, man, really short of the Super Bowl a couple years ago against the Rams. Well, they all penciled him in going back. Hasn't happened yet. Yeah, geriatric. Seriously. I mean, if you're going to be getting the Ravens, who's the best position player they've ever had? Steve Smith or Bolt? Really, and those guys, they weren't even great with them. They were great with the Panthers and the Cardinals. Who's their best receiver? Who? Who's back who's on the team in 2000? Oh, that's right. Their best receiver was Ed Reed picking off passes. I mean, I still got Des Bryant pulled up. Achilles injury, did not play 2018, 2019, did not play. 2020, 32 years old, 6 games, no starts. Didn't start a game, but it's Lamar's fault. Hey, let me get in here. I'm 32 with rebuilt Achilles. Yeah, watch out for him in the NFL. That's what definitely need a receiver with rebuilt Achilles at 32. He's definitely on the way up. My goodness. Oh, here we go. Derek Mason. We forgot Derek Mason. Oh, Todd Heap. Here we go. Derek Mason is their best receiver in the history of and again, he played what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He played 9 years, 23 to 30. Right? What's that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 8 years with Tennessee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years with Baltimore. Derek Mason. I love it. Look at this. What a great list. Todd Heap. Look at this. Best receivers. Todd Heap. Here's Mark Andrews, again, tight end. Torrey Smith. We forgot this great guy. Mark Clayton. Ray Rice. Ray Rice is their 6th best receiver of all time, receiving yards. Quadre Ismail. Travis Taylor. There's a good name. Anquan Bolden, again, 2 years played with him. To Steve Smith Sr., 2014-2016. Here we go. Oh, yeah, there's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown's, yeah, he's good. He's 12th all time. Not bad. If he played more than 2 years there, he probably would have moved up the list a little bit. Who else? Mike Wallace. There's Rashad Bateman down here at the 20 mark with 1,700 yards in his career. I mean, Zay Flowers might be decent. He's been here for, 2 years? Dennis Pitta. Can we bring back Dennis Pitta? There's Isaiah Likely. Look at this. This is a tight end's wet dream right here. Oh, my goodness. Jacoby Jones. Oh, boy. Here's a great receiver for him to throw the ball to. He's been there for 3 years. Devin DuVernay. Oh, they had Aguilar. There's a good Philly guy for him. Whiskey and weed. BS Falcons going to sink the Warriors. The Warriors. Bill Belichick, head coach at NC. What a joke. He loves those young chicks, though. That guy. He's like Ronnie Dangerfield and back to school. Nick Nasty's laughing. Thoughts on the Broncos making a deep playoff run? I don't know how deep it's going to be. They're going to open up in Buffalo. That's where they're going to play right now. Now, according to King D, Josh Allen stinks, so Bo Nix is going to go in there and get the job done. Mark Andrews won't be a Hall of Famer tight end. Yeah, they had Shannon Sharp. Oh, well, yeah, it's like this is like tight end university here. Crockett Gilmore, Randy Himes, Owen Daniel, Ben Watson, Hayden Hurst, Nick Boyle, Eric Green, Isaiah Likely, Ed Dixon, Shannon Sharp, Dennis Pitta. Dennis Pitta's right behind Mark Andrews and Todd Heap. Yeah, what do I know? Yeah, what do you know? Yeah, I didn't know Lamar was throwing him the ball in 2000. Sharp. I mean, really, we're talking Shannon Sharp in 2000 after he played 10 years with the Broncos. Hey, let's go here. I'm 32. I'm 32 off an injury. You're going to see the Broncos upsetting Buffalo. That's who they are. They got Buffalo. Exactly. Facts. What are you talking about, Nick Nasty? To Shannon Sharp in 2001. That's how we're getting into that. Lamar's has had good receivers. We're going to bring up Shannon Sharp. Lamar wasn't even born yet. Was Lamar born in 2002? Well, how was he, 6? I mean, holy cow. Kid was born in 97. He was 5 years old. Now, I know I don't watch a lot of football. I sure as heck would remember if there was a 5-year-old playing in a Super Bowl throwing the ball to Shannon Sharp. I'd remember that one. Oh, yeah. No, there's not enough Henny for me to forget that one. Yeah, but they weren't Lamar Jackson guys. Broncos are a few off weapons away from a Super Bowl. Oh, they shouldn't have traded Judy. Refs call foul on a loose ball and now 3 seconds give the Rockets free throws. Rockies by 1. Never in doubt, baby. Rockets money line. I know Warriors fans don't know why Shay Sharp is cooking up Raiders. Shay. This guy. Yeah, he had Shannon Sharp for 2 years. He was 32 in 2000 and what was that? 2001. Nick Nasty finds me funny. I'm saying about the position players. I brought up the position players that Lamar's had to throw to. They're not good. Let's pull up his 2018 team. He was a backup. Flacco started 9 games. He played 7. So that was kind of his coming out party. Gus Edwards, Willie Snead, Michael Crabtree. Again, I don't know if he was throwing to Crabtree more or the other guy was. John Smoke Brown. That's who his guy was. That's who his top receiver was in Baltimore that year. Played for Arizona. Then he comes over here. 15 games started. 40 catches, 700 yards, 5 TDs. Then he goes to Buffalo for a couple years, Tampa Bay, Denver, Jacksonville, Buffalo. No, Nick Nasty knows I'm right. Not saying they put the house on him, but taking the Vols and the Hoosiers money line. I like Ohio State. AJ the best Duda to BYU. Yeah. People are like, does he know that he can't have sex at BYU? How the heck did BYU come up with $7 million? Who paid for that? Who? Jim McMahon? Ty Detmer come out? I mean, where'd he get $7 million for this quarterback? Those Mormons got it like that, selling prepper packaged food? Buy two, get one prepper meals for free? How'd the Mormons get $7 million for this guy? Rolled that gold bars right out of the ground. Zay and Mark Andrews will be Hall of Famers, but they aren't good. Oh. Zay Flowers is going to be a Hall of Famer. This guy. Yes, college players should be. They're always getting paid one way or another. Lamar needs 3 top wide receivers. Henry, I guess, the top 3 defense win the Super Bowl. No. I mean, can they get one receiver? I mean, you think Zay Flowers is a Hall of Famer? I'm going to disagree with Zay Flowers being a Hall of Famer. He's okay. He's good so far. Let's see the Hall of Famer. My God, this is the best show. We need a reality show. No, it isn't. It's a mess. No, them getting paid is not a mess. The problem is the portal where they don't like. If a coach leaves a team, he can play the next year, right? That was always the argument. Like the coach can leave, he doesn't got to sit out a year, but I got to sit out a year. They got to bring back sitting out a year if these guys are going to just transfer every year, because it's just terrible for the sport. That I will agree with. I have to get some sleep. I mean, apparently Sammy Watkins is elite. The Broncos are in a Super Bowl. Things are getting weird. Yeah, Zay Flowers is a Hall of Famer. I need sleep. The betting nonsense being Warriors. Yeah, Warriors. Terrible Warriors. Warriors are good as Lakers. Yeah, 2 for 1. I'm just saying, where they $7 million from the BYU? Nick Nancy likes Colorado. Are we talking in the bowl game? Are we talking bowl game Colorado? Line's only 3 versus BYU. Yeah, they get upset amounts and like ask for ridiculous amounts of money. You can't do this. I mean, 1,000 players entered the portal on Monday. 1,000. Dang it, come on. Get out of here with that nonsense, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. You take a nil contract, it's got to be for a minimum like unless you go on pro. Then we're getting a refund. You're staying 2 years minimum. You're a freshman. You're staying 3 years. You're coming over as like a junior. You're staying 2. And whatever you go pro, that's fine. If you're going to pay them, they can't be yearly contracts. You can't have these guys just go every year like, I don't like it, I'm leaving. Someone posted all the SEC ones like, well, Mississippi State had 21 guys. Like, look at Georgia only has 4, and Texas only got 6. I'm like. Someone commented was like, hey, moron, those guys are in the playoffs. Like every other team that's not in the playoffs had guys leaving. Mississippi had 10 guys leaving. Like teams had players leaving and they're not in the playoffs. Nick Nasty says yes to something I said. Yeah. 1,000 guys to the portal. Who? Everybody. I mean, we got quarterbacks. I mean, the quarterback for I think Coastal Carolina, Fresno, Liberty, Marshall, North Texas, Tulane. I mean, that's just off the top of my head. And on top of the teams with no coaches, it's just ridiculous. Somebody says, better Sean make it where they have the certain reasons to leave, not just for money or because you're only getting playing time. I don't know what listen, if you're going to leave, sit out. You got to bring back the year sit out.
I know it sucks, but this is insane. Did Alabama players enter portal? Yeah. Yeah, Alabama guys entered. To Colorado is what Nick's saying yes to. Okay. Who's got Alzheimer's? Got here late, but wishing you best of luck. Gio, good to see you. I was going to say the radio won't shut up about the Liberty kid leaving, but he's getting paid a lot. I don't know what the amount is. I do not know either. The Liberty guy, again, I mean, do you take Buffalo and get 2.5? January 4th, the last bowl game on the docket. I'm out of here. Midday Moy tomorrow. I will see you all there. An hour and 15 minutes because T-Money wants to say Zay Flowers. That'll be the poll question tomorrow. That's a poll question for Twitter. If you're on the Twitter world, is Zay Flowers a Hall of Famer? I'm going to post it. I need you to retweet it out. This guy, Zay Flowers. Lace up the skates. Here we go. Stop, Gio. Have a good night. Take care, everybody.